I'm wearing my jacket, but boss said I'm still too cold. Man, I fucked your bitch, she felt that from her head to toes. I need this guap, I couldn't care about my wrist and froze. Tryna hit that belly like home, and now your girlfriend wanna whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hello and welcome to Stay in Place, the podcast. We're back, season 2, episode 14. I'm joined today by a familiar face in Jojo. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. It's a very productive week.
Yeah.
Stay in place, and yeah, man. Obviously it's a rubbish week in terms of Tottenham, but yeah.
Like you said, a very, very productive week. Obviously, we did meet up on Saturday, and we did get a lot of work done. A lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that was going on. That was in the plans for a while now, but I'm happy that we got that out of the way. And obviously, we do have news for the viewers, which we will get onto in the latest stage of the show. But for now, yeah, obviously, like you said, it was another weekend that passed by from fixtures and scores that took place in the Premier League. And obviously, I would like to get into things straight away by talking about the highlight of the weekend. And obviously, we were watching the game together, but I mean, what a game, what an atmosphere. Manchester United 4, Newcastle United 1. Like, it just speaks for itself. I mean, do I need to do much explaining? But obviously, the talk of the weekend was the Ronaldo return, and obviously him scoring a brace. Yeah, what was your thoughts and feelings regarding that game? Obviously, I'm gonna get into my thoughts and feelings, but I want to hear from your end as a neutral fan.
Yeah, Man United looked very good. It was Pogba with his 7th assist again. Ronaldo doing what he does all the time, everywhere he goes. Another day, another return goal for him. And that's two now, straight away in one game. So yeah, things must be looking good as a United fan, looking in to see the likes of Bruno obviously popping up with a quality goal on the weekend again. Seeing the likes of Pogba, seeing the likes of Greenwood, seeing the likes of Sancho, all these players. Now Ronaldo, like, you've got a guy now that can now literally win you a game when you need to, maybe when you're playing poor against the lower teams. But in terms of the game, you guys did. It was a very good performance. I just wanted to get into Ronaldo's goals. A lot of people have been saying, I don't know if you've seen it, but a lot of people have been saying, like, obviously, the goals, like, a bit, because the tap immersion, and then the second goal that he used his left foot and it literally went through the keeper, and the keeper, like, what do you call? But in my mind, when I look at that, I'll be real. I just feel like a great striker just finishes, like, a great striker knows when to get into the right position at the right time. No one pounced on it when the keeper spilt it. He was there to tap it home. It might be a tap in, but I feel like that's what Ronaldo does. And then the left foot, I feel like the one way he takes it into his left foot, because he's running at a pace, and then he takes him to his left foot and he hits it. He means to make the goalkeeper, I think, and just shows star quality signs. So yeah, I mean, and then Bruno's goal, oh my days, that goal, literally, he took.
Do you remember my scream? Like, obviously, when we were watching the game, like, my scream, I was just in shock. Like, I couldn't believe it. I remember looking at your face and you're looking at me like,
do you remember? I was like, he took the touch, and he lined it up, and I was thinking, no way, this is the goal. There's no way this guy's gonna score, and he's literally just boom, and he's in. So yeah, it's just good signs. And I mean, 10 points for Man United now as well. And yeah, like things. It was a very
things
good
are
game.
looking on the high.
Things must be looking on the high for your team.
Yeah, onwards and upwards. And obviously, like you said, obviously people are talking about Ronaldo's goals on the day, but really and truly, Ronaldo's at that age and at that stage of his career where he doesn't really care about opinions and views. But yeah, like you said, it was a very good start.
I can't even lie. Those opinions. I don't know with them, because I actually think they're actually good goals. Like, because not a lot of, like, you get me. Like, the tapping is not just like people that don't really know the game will look at it like, rah, it's just a tapping, yeah.
Yeah.
Like no one's making the move. Like, he's the only one that anticipates the ball. Like
Right
only
place at the right time. He's a fox in the box. I mean, that's
yeah.
why he's a number 9 nowadays. Obviously, people are talking about him maybe playing in that left wing role or behind the striker, but I feel like his position nowadays is that fox in the box, that number 9 that's gonna get you the goals, those vital goals, that's gonna be clinical in the penalty box. But yeah, like you said, he was in the right place at the right time, and obviously when I was watching the highlights, as the Newcastle back 4, back 5 at the time were lined up, he was looking over his shoulder. He was like trying to create space, and obviously he was the quickest one to react to obviously the goalkeeper spilling it. But yeah, like you said, you have to be in those positions to even get a goal. That's what I was getting at Man United for like the likes of Rashford and Martial. That's why that's the type of goals that we are missing. It's not just about scoring scorchers and rollies. Like you have to be able to score tap-ins, and you have to be in the right positions at the right time to score, to add to your goal tally. And I feel like this is the perfect opportunity for the likes of Mason Greenwood and Rashford and Martial and Jadon Sancho to learn from the best in obviously Cristiano Ronaldo, because he's been there, he's done it. But yeah, like you said, it was 2 very good finishes. People are gonna have to say that's just the world we live in. Um, but yeah, obviously adding to your point as well, it is 10 points. Things are looking on the high for Man United. And Bruno, what a finish! You were there thinking one Portuguese sensation was having a good game, but then another one turns up and scores a scorcher of a goal. Like,
Oh, and you see Bruno, yeah, for Manchester United, I can't lie, he's just a different animal for Man United. Like, I don't like that guy. Like, I don't like. I remember when we were linked with him, man. Like I can't lie. Imagine having your hands on that guy. That guy for Man United, he's a different animal. For Portugal, maybe not so much. But for Man United, the numbers he put, like the numbers he puts, he's a vital player in that team. And yeah, like it just looks like good, exciting times for your team. That
yeah,
goal,
obviously his Portuguese companions join him as well, Ronaldo, and I just feel like things are just gonna get better.
Ronaldo's brought his speech as well, like telling the guys like that he's come to win Premier Leagues, like
Yeah,
like all of this is just gonna motivate the camp to go want to feel like it, and I don't know. Let me ask you, does this feel like you see when you got Van Persie? Yeah, I think
yeah,
that by the time you got Van Persie, I think maybe you went a couple of years without winning it or something. But you see when you got Van Persie and you knew that was like the last piece of the job, like the what do you call it?
jigsaw.
The jigsaw to win a title. Do you think this actually could be the last piece? Because you know Ronaldo now, you know Ronaldo now is now like in my eyes, I feel like he's gonna bag 20 Premier League goals and above easily. And I feel like against those smaller teams where last year you guys like maybe crumbled, because against the bigger teams you guys did it, you guys did the job, but against the smaller teams maybe you needed like a match win or something. And then do you feel like with him being there and be able to maybe win you those games, this could be the year for Man United?
Totally. I completely agree with the point that you just made. And obviously linking it back to Van Persie, it does really make sense and it does really add up. And obviously Van Persie did. He was just incredible in that season. I know he's there for a couple of seasons, but especially in that season, he did single-handedly win us the league, and which obviously turned out to be Sir Alex Ferguson's last season. But I do kind of have the same spirit, and it just things are like spicing up a bit. You do have a feeling that obviously Ronaldo's back. Like he can be the man to lead Man United back to that championship, that league title that they've been like missing out on in the last like decades or so. And obviously since Sir Alex Ferguson left. But yeah, I just feel like it's just the atmosphere, the aura about the club. It's just he's lifted everyone up. Like even League One, I think he was like talking to Talksport, as like you're probably a Talksport fan. You've probably seen it. You might have not, but he was talking about obviously the initiation songs and the speech that obviously you mentioned Ronaldo doing on a Friday before the game. just everything about him, his lifestyle. Yeah, apparently like the players were going to uh go have some dessert, but obviously they looked over at Ronaldo to see what he was doing, and
Well, yeah,
obviously
so
the
yeah,
likes
I
of
think I heard
Luke
about
Shaw.
this one.
And
Yeah,
then obviously they got inspired by him. And they said, "Oh well, if he's not eating it, then we shouldn't really and truly eat because he's the he's at the age of 36 and he's like body's really like conditioned." So like even just small things like that, I feel like it's just gonna transform the club. It's gonna put a better atmosphere into the club. Like players are actually gonna look up to him and like just base their like lifestyles and their eating habits around him because obviously he's been there, he's done it. Like he's looked after himself like very well and he's very like conditioned. So yeah, like going back to your point, obviously, yeah, I totally agree with it. And yeah, like honestly hope for the best, but fingers crossed this is that season where Ronaldo takes us back to those triumphant times and delivers us the league.
it's gonna be difficult though. It's three.
Obviously, yeah, it is going to be difficult. It's not just going to be Ronaldo that's just going to obviously win as the league. It's going to have to be a team performance. Like it's going to take like the majority of like the team to help us win the league. But yeah, like I said, it is a team sport at the end of the day, and obviously players do have to chip in with goals and assists, and obviously the back line do have to do their job. The keeper does have to do his job and keep clean sheets. But yeah, hopefully, we'll see. We'll have many more good times this season. Yeah, but enough about Man United. Just before we move on, obviously you may notice that we are wearing hoodies. Yeah, these are our official stay in place hoodies. Obviously, Jojo's wearing the grey logo on the grey hoodie. I'm wearing the black logo on the black hoodie. So, yeah, these are gonna be out for sale soon. So do keep an eye out for that. I'm gonna post a couple of pictures and more information on the official Stay in Place podcast Instagram page. Um, but yeah, moving on. Obviously, you did say it weren't a very good weekend for yourself in terms of footballing reasons, but yeah, your beloved Spurs obviously were defeated by Crystal Palace in a 3-0 defeat. Um, yeah, I just wanna just literally pass it on to you and let you talk about what you actually think about that outcome.
Boy, what can I say? Obviously we missed. Obviously injuries didn't help. So the injuries of Son, and I don't know what the situation was with Sanchez. I don't even know if he was injured or if it was like a South American thing where he couldn't play or something, or if he was injured, maybe he was injured. I don't know what it was, but yeah, players like that, and then yeah, Nuno. Firstly, Nuno got it wrong. Like I'm actually deep in it. Nuno just got it wrong. Like obviously he kept the formation 4-3-3, but the guy decides, yeah, to switch up, yeah, and then he decides to slap Dele Alli on the left wing, and he decides to put what do you call it? We've already got Oliver Skip there, and he decides to put Harry Winks beside him. Now I can't lie, I gotta get onto Harry Winks first, yeah. Like Harry Winks, you see with Harry Winks, I feel like analyzing that performance where I actually realized, because I analyzed this is one of the performances I actually analyzed his performance, yeah, and I realized this could literally be, I think it has to be the end of the road for Tottenham. Like he's one of the players we should have started to like, we should have, like, you know how you're trying to build a new team, like I feel like he's one of the players we should have been looking to somehow ship out or something alongside with Davis, who gave away the penalty, which I'll get onto later, yeah. But with Winks, yeah, there was one pass, yeah. This is one thing I realized, yeah. Cool. There was one pass he tried to play in the first half, yeah. I think he would have set somebody away. I can't remember who it was, yeah. It was literally, all he literally had to do, yeah, was fizz the ball on the ground, yeah, to make that pass, yeah. But he got the pass horribly wrong. But obviously, that's not what I'm getting onto him for about, yeah. About like 5 minutes later, yeah, he had the opportunity again. I think a right back was making a move, yeah. He had so much space. He had the same opportunity to make that part, to make a similar sort of pass, but he didn't make the pass, and it was so obvious, yeah. And I realized to myself, this guy is just not confident. Like this guy is just like he just literally, it was a simple pass he could have made, yeah, and he didn't want to make it because literally the previous pass that he tried to pull off, he didn't pull it off, he didn't pull through for it. And I realized we right now we don't need passengers. I've realized that he literally just might be a passenger in this team, and all he literally does, yeah, is get the ball, yeah, and just slows everything down, tries to keep it moving. He's not the same player. Like Oliver Skip went on loan for a year, has come back and is already basically ahead of him, like miles ahead of him. So like it just shows I don't know why he went with Harry Winks, but I don't really want to be seeing Harry Winks in the team like that. Unless like he's coming on to make an impact to see our game. Like, I don't really want to see him starting. And then Dele Alli on the left didn't work. Like we need the energy in the midfield. Like he's better off in like that sort of box to box in the free. Like on the left, it didn't work. Kane, like one thing I realized as well, like with Kane, like he's not gonna really have an impact. Like if there's like one thing that might be controversial, I'm gonna say, actually, like I feel like Kane is our best player, yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I feel like, yeah, we like in like major games, yeah, like our main player is actually Son. Like I actually think, yeah, with Son, yeah, like he's gonna make those runs. He's gonna make those runs in behind the fence. He's gonna stretch out the fences, and he's gonna just cause havoc regardless. Yeah, with Kane, like if he doesn't have the support and the firepower, the guy basically he's anonymous up top, and you can see that from having no touches in the opposition area and no shots for the first ever time in his career, literally. So like all in all, and then obviously the Tanganga red card was a bit, yeah. Obviously he lost his head a bit. He lost his head a bit. He did lunge in and then he did try to pull out, but it was basically a red card. But yeah, like all of that didn't help. But even by then, it was still 10v. We were still in the game, and then we have players like Davis, literally schoolboy, like, and you have your hands up, and then it's game over under. So it's like all these so many mistakes in one game. Literally, we're 9 points, 3 goal difference. We're no goal difference now, and it's very concerning. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, like we were talking during the game, and obviously like when I looked at the lineup, and then obviously I did mention it to you, I was just there like, why do you guys have 3 CDMs in midfield? Like, what is the point of that? You might have 1 or 2 to maybe protect the back 4, back 5, or whatever formation you guys were playing with, but yeah, it just doesn't add up and make sense if you were to have 3 CDMs in midfield. That just obviously stops you guys from playing an attacker, like additional attacker in the side. But it just doesn't really make sense of having Højbjerg, Skip, and Winks, who are very, very similar players, positional wise. But
it makes you
yeah,
feel,
like
it makes you feel like Nuno's gone there for a draw or something, because it makes no sense. I forgot to mention the Dyer injury, which was like I never thought I'd be mentioning Dyer getting injured, but he's actually been probably our best defender.
yeah, he's been a rock at the back. Like he
like
started off very well, and obviously him getting injured did have a significant impact on your loss as well, because he is a leader at the back. Like without him, I don't really see another leader. Maybe obviously when you guys used to have Vertonghen and Alderweireld, who are like natural leaders, but apart from him, like I don't really see anyone that's like a leader in that back line. Who's very demanding of the players. Maybe hopefully the new signing that you guys have made, Cristiano Romero, might be that guy, but
yeah,
maybe due to like language reasons, he may not. But yeah, losing Dyer in that game like must have been a blow, obviously, to you guys. But yeah, I just feel like Tottenham, the way they turned up from from the get-go, it was just very pessimistic. Like you said, did Nuno go there for a draw? Like the side that he put up, maybe it's not
the side that he put up. The side that he put up makes him get the blame for it automatically, because there were so many things he could have done. Like, and Ndombele's still there. He's staying at the club. Like, utilize what you've got. Like, the guys on the bench. We had Brian Joe on the bench as well there. utilize what you've got. He didn't even make all 3 of his substitutions. Like, it's definitely his fault, and it's just a shame because it's like 9 out of 9. Have the chance to go 12 out of 12. Like change, like just I don't know. It's the beginning. Like just get let's build a momentum. But then it's like we've just literally one game gone back to square one, and now look, we've got Chelsea next, we've got Arsenal next. After that, like the fixtures are gonna come thick and fast. So it's like, yeah, I just wanted us to go. It's just a shame the way like everything crumbled against Palace. But yeah, in terms of Palace though, let me not just get onto Tottenham. In terms of Palace, the way Patrick Vieira set them up, like everything was right from the beginning to the end. Like the intensity they played with, how attacking they were as well. Like it was a bit of a surprise to us. And yeah, all the young players, and the guy that made his debut,
Edward.
Edward, a few goals. I can't lie, that was a very like promising performance from Palace. Even Zaha skinning our new right back, showing him what the Premier League's about. Literally, like we thought we was gonna bring him in, like, and just it was a very excellent performance as a whole for Crystal Palace. And yeah, I feel like they could be a dark horse this season just by watching that performance, because they were that good. It wasn't even like us being that bad in that. We were there for the taking, but they were actually that good. And yeah, all the best for them this season.
Like you just mentioned, Zaha absolutely gave Emerson Royale a horrid time. And obviously, it weren't a very good welcome into the Premier League. But yeah, like you just mentioned earlier, like Tanganga with a red card, I feel like Zaha has this like effect on players because he's like a hothead. Like he gets into their like heads and just causes so much drama. And obviously, Tanganga, like as he's like young, it was like very raw and like inexperienced of him going into such a challenge like that after just receiving a yellow card. But yeah, I just feel like Nuno, I don't think Nuno's the guy to like, obviously he is the manager and he did pick those players, but I feel like you guys like that his team selection was probably based down to injuries and illnesses. Obviously the likes of Son and Bergwijn weren't available, and obviously Dyer getting injured. But yeah, obviously, yeah, let's not downplay Crystal Palace's performance. It was a very good performance, as you just said.
I just in terms of his team selection, I just feel like there was things he could have done with the team selection. Like I know there was a lot of things that impacted, like the red card, the injury, so we had to put certain other players there. But Winks in the 3, Højbjerg and Skip we were never ever looking to win a game with that 3. Like I can't lie, that 3 DMs, like it just Kane, no wonder why Kane had no touches or no shots at goal. Like, yeah, man, with him, he needs the players around him, like, because without, like, if he ain't got people doing things, he's not gonna do anything. That's one thing I've realized with Kane. He's not gonna make a goal out of nothing. So
there was even obviously I saw rumors earlier as well about Harry Winks and obviously the 25-year-old like possibly leaving Spurs, but Daniel leaving, like reluctant to let him go for any bid under 40 million.
Yeah,
like what are your thoughts about this rumor? Like, and obviously, like, is any club gonna be willing to spend that much?
Right, he was buying Wicks for 40 M's. Who's actually that's on the I can't, like, that was our own, like, to even see 20 million. I'm not even trying to violate Wicks, yeah, and I love the guy. Like, I can't lie, I remember what he used to do, like, even like when he played well against Real Madrid. I remember when he came in the midfield against Real Madrid, started against Madrid at the Camp Nou, and what do you call it, he shelled it there, yeah. But at the Bernabeu, I mean,
Bernabeu, yeah.
Oh, you I say Camp Nou, yeah. Bernabeu, yeah, and the shelled it, yeah. But now, yeah, even then, maybe what, 20 million? The guy wants 4 years.
It's just the type of Daniel Levy is. He is a businessman.
After last season, 40 million, like, bro, the guy, yeah, is like 6 to 10 mil, man. Like, in today's market, probably 20 mil. Let me not violate. He's not 6 to 10 mil, yeah. He's probably like 6 to 10 mil, man. And yeah, so you know how Daniel Levy is.
Yeah, just one question. You actually mentioned the player earlier, and I've been willing to actually ask you this question for a couple of weeks now, but it just hasn't like been on like it just hasn't come up in a conversation. But Brian Gill, obviously the player that obviously you guys done a swap deal with Eric Lamela. Like, what are your actual like thoughts in regards to him? Like, what do you know about him? Obviously, I've seen snippets of him, people comparing him to Messi, him being a left-footed player, having the same type of like physicality and hairstyle as Messi when he first broke into Barcelona. But yeah, like, what's this hype about Brian Gill, and is the hype like deservedly like? Does he deserve all of this hype? Like, what
Like,
like this Brian
yeah,
Gill player?
yeah, no, I've seen him in one of our Conference League games, in our last Conference League game, and he actually played very well in that game. Yeah, there's obviously been a lot of talks of like, yeah, like he's just a very young talent with like a lot of like with a good future ahead of him. I feel like he's very young, but I feel like from what I've seen, like I feel like we might as well like right now we don't really like, especially with the injuries, we don't really have like an outlet to play on the wing. Like Delhi didn't really make work on the wing. So I feel like yeah, like we'll just have to see. Hopefully we can like he can progress at Tottenham even more. But yeah, we haven't really seen a lot any of him in the league. But from what I've seen in the Conference League, he just looked like an aspiring prospect. So yeah, hopefully and I remember when I watched in the Conference League as well, he had a very good game. It was a really good game. So yeah, I would like to see a bit more of him in the Premier League. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I've heard he's a very good, and from Spain as well. I've heard that he's a very talented prospect. So yeah,
yeah. As you just mentioned, he's a like highly rated like teenager prospect, and obviously hopefully he does like kick on and um achieve like good things with your beloved Spurs. But yeah, moving on from that game, obviously the 5:30 kickoff on Saturday afternoon, which saw Chelsea be victorious over Aston Villa 3-0. Obviously we were watching the game together. Like, I mean, do we have any more like anything else to say apart from what a player Lukaku's turned into? What a monster of a player he is. Like,
and there's nothing new because we all said when he went into the Premier when he came to the Premier League that we knew he was gonna do this. Like this is like wherever he worked with Antonio Conte at Inter, like seriously, he really seriously worked on his game because the guy is a confident finisher. The guys you steamroll through defenses, and he could be a vital part. Like we're all talking about the top four sides of being winning the Premier League. You know, if Chelsea win it, he's gonna be the vital part. He's the guy that's gonna put the ball. In fact, he is gonna put the ball into the back of in the net. So which makes Chelsea such a danger right now to winning the league because yeah, guy, the way he took his first goal as well, just quickly just sent what do you call it, Twanzebe flying, took it, tucked it in with his right foot, finished it, and then yeah, like this, like Lukaku's just the guy. Like I know, I remember seeing a lot of Chelsea fans didn't, a lot of fans, in fact, a lot of Chelsea fans they didn't even want him back. In my mind, I was thinking, have you not seen what this guy's been doing? Like they're just looking at like his how Lukaku was in the past. Like, have you not seen what this guy's been doing since he's left Man United, since he's gone to Inter? He's literally helped them win the Serie A. So yeah, Lukaku, boy, he's a huge player for them. Monster, man. He's a
yeah,
monster.
what a scary like forward line for Chelsea as well. Like, as a collective, I feel like based off of like paper, like I feel like Chelsea probably have like one of the strongest squads in the league. Like the
100%.
amount of they have like cover on so many positions. Like
I
you can
know.
you can go from one side to from a side to a B side, and honestly, like you wouldn't cut out any player. Like literally, the quality that they and depth that they have in their squad is just like tremendous.
Due to their owner. When your owner is like when your owner like loves your club, he's like he wants that like he doesn't like Abramovich doesn't like he set a record straight where like they can't go below like a line, as in they've got to, the way Chelsea operate, they've got to do their thing seriously, and so they've just backed Tuchel again. They're trying to they're trying to go for the Premier League. It's clear, and yeah, like they've got so much depth. They've just literally added Saul like to a midfield of Kovacic, Jorginho, Kante. Like it's like they are a serious threat to the Premier League.
Yeah, they're very like serious candidates.
You can't even knock Aston Villa because I actually feel like they played well. Like they
Yeah,
had spells of the game, and Watkins had a good chance. Even their keeper, we were forgetting to mention the Chelsea's keeper, Mendy. He's a top keeper, you know. The saves he
very
was
good
making,
keeper.
he's a top goalkeeper. Like I don't know where Petr Cech and the scouting team found him from, but boy, this guy is a serious keeper. And
He's
yeah,
gonna save them very like vital points. Like
yeah,
he can be the difference from them finishing second or winning the league. Like that's how much it was. Like obviously when we start Van Dijk, I said Van Dijk, Van der Sar back in the day. Like Van der Sar used to win us the league. Like people can be talking about Ronaldo's and the Rooney's and the Vidiches and the Ferdinands, but the saves and the pinnacle moments like that involved Van der Sar, like it was you can't like talk about it like because literally the guy like saved United from time to time, and I feel like Mendy can have the same impact on this Chelsea side because obviously he's not really mentioned or spoken about because of the stars on the field, but yeah, like
I
Mendy,
know, I know where I know where you're coming from with like the Van der Sar factor. Like I feel like every Premier League team, that has won the league, the goalkeeper is saving them a few points in that season. Like
yeah,
like the season where City have won it, Edison, he's putting up saves to save them a couple points. Allison putting up serious saves. Van der Sar, Petr Cech, even when Arsenal used to win it back in the day, their goalkeeper making like those top saves, and he's one of them ones that has already probably saved them points at Anfield already, literally a couple of weeks back, and now he's got another clean sheet. So yeah, Mendy's is a serious keeper. Chelsea's just a top team, and you know they're challenging for that title after winning the Champions League as well. They're definitely challenging for the Premier League. So yeah,
yeah.
they've got the
Obviously,
squad.
yeah, what a performance from Romelu Lukaku. And obviously it is Chelsea and Tottenham next.
Yeah,
So yeah,
boy.
good luck to both sides and hopefully things turn out well for your beloved Spurs. But yeah, moving on, obviously another game that took place on Sunday, which was Leeds versus Liverpool, which ended a 3-0 win for the Reds. And obviously, like I don't really want to say much about like the game, if I'll be honest, but I'm just gonna put out there and just say Mohamed Salah, what a player. I'll be real, I'll put my hands up here. I used to rate Sadio Mane. I used to always have Sadio Mane over Salah any day of the week. But I've actually come to a realization over this past season or two that Mohamed Salah is just on another level. Like, don't get twisted. Sadio Mane is world class, and on his day, he can destroy you. He will put in a performance that will just leave you so shocked. But Mohamed Salah, this guy does it on a consistent basis, and he's not getting the recognition. That's what's even more
He
frustrating.
don't get the recognition he deserves, bro. I don't know. I don't understand it.
And I know that you're a big fan of his as well, the Egyptian. Um, so yeah, I'll let you go on a rant about him, but
Look,
what a player.
just entered, yeah. He's not even a striker, yeah. He's a right, like I know I'm not a Liverpool fan, yeah, but I know when I see like a top player, a very good player, yeah. He plays on the right forward, yeah, of a front three, yeah. He's not even a striker. It's taken him how long to literally hit 100 goals? Like everyone else on that list, yeah, that I've hit so fast are all strikers. He's a right forward. Like give the guy some credit. Like he's got the killer instinct. Like that's what makes him just so superior as well. Is exactly what you said as well. That he's consistent. He's been doing this for how many numerous seasons now, and he started off like he's never really had like of a wave of not scoring goals. Like he's been doing it, and it's from a right forward position. And we all remember what Salah used to be from before, from his days like when he was at Roma, when he first came to Chelsea. Do you remember? Like he always had the but no one ever saw him blowing into this goal scoring machine that he is now. And yeah, the guy doesn't get enough credit for what he does. I don't know what other people see, but from what I see, that guy, like he just give this guy his respect now. Like he's hit the 100 goals club so quickly. Give this guy his accolades now, man, because he's a and if Liverpool are to go win that Premier League, because I still feel like they are definitely in the mix as well. If Liverpool are to win that league, I always say it's three players that, like, not to think he disregard Mane. Maybe Mane might have a top season, but I always say it's just three vital players. It's Salah, Potent, Van Dijk, Rocky at the back, and then it's Alisson. Those are the three vital players if Liverpool are to go lift that trophy once again. But yeah, Salah, there's another goal, and I was happy for Mane that he got another goal again. And but yeah, the kid that got the injury, that was
Harvey. Yeah, we
yeah.
want to send our wishes to Harvey. Obviously, he did suffer a very like nasty injury. And what a shame, like the 18-year-old.
Yeah, and I don't think the guy didn't meant to actually break his leg. Like I think he just meant to like finger the ball, but it's just unfortunate. He literally got he's 18 and he literally got his run in on the team. Like that's so unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Yeah, hopefully he recovers and he retains his place in the Liverpool side. But yeah, like you just mentioned, Salah with 100 goals, 100 Premier League goals for Liverpool. Like what a stat! Like from where he's like come from. And obviously, I just want to mention as well, like he is very strong. He bullies like fullbacks. He's very strong. Like he's a perfect suit for the Premier League. And I would just say, just give him what he wants. The man, if he wants 500 grand a week, just give it, because he delivers. He just delivers. He's delivered that club Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues. He deserves every single
He's done it all. He's won the Champions League, won the Premier League, and you know what
FIFA World Cup as well. Like he's just done it. He's done it all.
You know what he's gonna. The thing is with him, you know what he's gonna do. You know he's gonna bring it back onto his left. You know what he's gonna do, but you just can't stop him. From time it gets a period where you just can't stop them now. That's an elite level. Like you know what they're going to do, but you can't stop it. You're just an elite player.
I was just watching like his highlights the other day. Obviously, as he scored like his 100th goal on Sunday, I was watching like highlights, like best Salah goals in the Premier League, and just some of the quality. I don't want to pick your side up, but the goals, especially against Spurs, I think 2018, and the rocket against Chelsea. I mean, he just does it week in, week out. Like
teams as well, always
it's just
big moment player.
Yeah.
Scored in the final of the Champions League. He's a big moment player against big teams. He'll deliver. Oh, I can't believe there's a consensus on Salah. Like,
yeah,
guys, accolades, man. He's done it.
like I was mentioning in other episodes, like people haven't really been talking about Liverpool and haven't really been putting them into like the discussions of who's like front runners to win the league, but sides do need to watch out for this Liverpool side, because they do really have they may not have the depth, but like their first team players, like the 11 that Jurgen Klopp picked on Sunday, they are world class, and they can put a challenge in to win the league as well.
They've easily beaten Leeds. Like Leeds have tried to do their thing that they always do against everyone, and you couldn't do it against Liverpool like that ping pong football. They tried to do it. You just can't do it against them.
Yeah.
Liverpool. The thing what makes Liverpool dangerous here is that Liverpool, we're forgetting that even with last season, they still made it to third without a Van Dijk. Yeah, like they know how to get to those high. They've done it for like the last 3 seasons now. They know how to get to those high points tallies, yeah. So they actually have the experience as well, like to get within them around it. They've got a potent finisher of Salah. They've got Mane just going back into his confidence. They've got Jota that's going to pop up with a goal here and there. They've got Thiago who played exceptionally well against Leeds. The way he just kept the ball, just kept everything ticking, just kept the ball and just made the passes at the right time. They've got a keeper and who's experienced, who's won Golden Gloves and stuff. And yeah, you already know. And they've got Van Dijk or Rock at the back. Like they've got the spine to actually win the Premier League. So we can't not look at them, especially from what they've done over the past few years as well.
Yeah, I mean, what a side, and obviously good luck to all sides. Obviously competing for that first place, but yeah, and last but not least, in regards to the Premier League, obviously another game that took place yesterday, Everton, Burnley, which ended in a 3-1 win for the Toffees. Yeah, did you have a look at that game? Were you able to see that obviously the outcome of the game, or?
Yeah, I mean, I saw a few. Yeah, I saw the outcome of the game. I saw Tarkowski's challenge, it's a nasty challenge and that didn't even get escaped with a yellow card. I was very surprised. Like challenges are like that, boy. See what Burnley do. This is what Burnley do, you know. Like you need to be careful when you're playing against Burnley because I don't know what Sean Dyche is telling his guys. But yeah, no, I saw the Townsend goal as well. Everyone have had a good start. 10 points undefeated.
Yeah, very good start. Obviously, before Rafa obviously became the Blues manager, obviously people are talking about him maybe like betraying Liverpool, and obviously managing their rivals, and him maybe not being the same manager that he was back in the day. But credits off to Benitez. He's had a very good start. He's obviously made a couple of free transfers. Obviously, what a bargain Demarai Gray has turned out to be, and obviously a free transfer in Andros Townsend, who are proving a point, who were regarded as Premier League rejects, and obviously they did get released by their previous clubs, and obviously they are proving a point now, which is looking bad for the clubs that released them. That's of Leicester and Crystal Palace, but yeah, hats off to Benitez to who's got them playing well and with a smile on their faces as well. But like I was like mentioning to you the other day, Demarai Gray, like you were saying, the problem is he going to be consistent with it? But he is scoring. He has scored 3 goals in 3 games, so credits off to him.
Yeah, no, he's definitely had the start that he wanted. Definitely credits up to him as well. It was that 1 million as well. I think they bought him for something like that. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, 1.5 million, I think.
So he's having a great start. Yeah, literally all that, as you said, all it is consistency. That's all it is. Like, are they gonna like be doing this on a weekly basis now? And I feel like with Demarai Gray, I feel like he might have more of a point to prove now. I feel like with Townsend, even though he did score that screamer and stuff, the consistency might not be there. But I'm not yet to know, but it might not be there. But with Demarai Gray, from what I'm seeing, at the end of the day, the guy's still young, like, and I feel like the guy definitely has a point to prove, and he's proven that point so far. So with him, he might be a guy that might go under the radar this year and pop up with a goal here and there. And yeah, because he's always had the talent. It was just always with the consistency with him and his work rate, like breaking into the Leicester team, like which he basically wasn't really doing. And yeah, like always had the talent, but yeah, so just have to see with how he is at Everton. But yeah, it was a great start for Benitez. Yeah, I remember the questioning about if he was if he was a traitor because he was a Liverpool man and how he had the reception he will receive in that city, because he's always like I'm just looking to see that Everton Liverpool game, to be honest, how that game is gonna go, boy, because yeah, I'll see how they really receive him. But to be honest, if Everton win something, they're not gonna care that the guy is Liverpool's man. They're not gonna care. They just want to win something. So yeah, I think it could work well for them.
Just before we move on, obviously, just another question in regards to Everton. Do you feel like they may even put a fight up for the top 6, maybe even challenge for the top 4, or do you feel like that's maybe too much of an ask due to the additions that the top 4 sides have made?
I don't think their squads. I think they've got a very good squad, you know. Like I think they've actually got top four is just looking because of the top four teams there. Anyone to scrape into that top four is you're gonna need to like be consistent this season to get into that top four. If any of us is to get into it, the top six, I feel like the top six people would say maybe us, them, Villa, and Leicester, like probably the four teams. Yeah, probably the four teams to get in around it. They have a serious chance. Like I don't know how. Oh, Leicester better than them. I don't like even though Leicester. People would say maybe they have a better team. I actually think Everton's team is strong. Like I feel like it's a team that's been progressing each year. They got a couple big wins last year, and you never know. So they're definitely there to get into the top six. And if they can pull off a run, who knows? Like if they do something miraculous this season.
Yeah,
But
and obviously,
sure.
yeah, and obviously moving on from the Premier League, the Champions League is back. The Europa League is back as well, alongside the Conference League. But yeah, moving on to those competitions, fixtures that are going to be taking place over the due course of this week. Obviously, starting off with Barcelona, Bayern, Young Boys, Man United, Chelsea, Zenit, Inter, Real Madrid, Liverpool, AC Milan, Manchester City, Leipzig. Like, how do you see those sides like playing out? And it does sound very juicy from obviously me revealing them to you guys. But yeah, how do you see those like sides like and ties like playing out?
Sounds so juicy, and I'm absolutely jealous, man. Like you want to be amongst the best. You want your team to be playing amongst the best. Like I want us to be going to Italy, playing against AC, playing against these teams. But yeah, from what do you call it? So yeah, what's the games?
It's
Bayern,
Barcelona, Bayern. And
Bayern.
obviously that did end in an 8-2 defeat for Barcelona last time out. When obviously Bayern faced them a couple of seasons ago.
I don't know how Barcelona's been doing so far in the league and stuff like that. But but I know Bayern have definitely have strengthened and are looking really good from what I've seen. Like Bayern could come out with the victory. I don't know how Barca have been playing, how they've been doing so far. So I'm just looking at it for, and obviously Bayern, they know they've got a very solid team there. They know what they've been doing. They've been playing very well from what I've been seeing recently. So yeah, they could come out with the win. What other games are there?
Obviously the Champions League lights are returning to Old Trafford as well. Not Old Trafford, but obviously you know what I mean with obviously Ronaldo and Varane coming into the side, especially with Jadon Sancho. But yeah, United's first game is away to Young Boys. So obviously, how do you feel like that's gonna play out?
I remember when Tottenham we played Young Boys, yeah. Like was it 2011 when we were trying to qualify to get into the Champions League and we lost. I remember we lost the first leg, but then we won the second leg. That team, you should be getting the victory against them Young Boys. I'm surprised in the Champions League, but yeah, it should be a comfortable victory for Manchester United. I wonder what team Ollie's gonna go with.
Yeah, I feel like Ollie might decide to maybe go with a much weaker side, and obviously maybe use fringe players the likes of Donny van der Beek and Jesse Lingard. And obviously Jesse Lingard, who I did forget to mention about earlier, and obviously his goal on the weekend as well. So hopefully he can like just like get back to his best. I mean, like I'm so happy for him doing so well. But
he didn't even get into Lingard, man. Like the guy, like I remember people saying he should have left and gone back to West Ham because maybe he'll get more football there. But because you're seeing that he could actually be a huge impact for Man United. He could actually make Ollie into making a decision into whether to start him over Sancho or something. I don't know, something like that. So yeah. How do you feel about the Lingard thing quickly?
Obviously, I'm happy with Jesse staying. Obviously, I would want him to obviously play regular football, but and obviously it is his career. It was up. His decision was up to him at the end of the day, and he didn't want to go back to West Ham. And obviously, he does see a future at Manchester United. So good luck to him, and I'm sure he's going to work as hard as he can to obviously retain his place in the United side. And yeah, it's just up to him from now. Obviously, Ollie's the type of manager. Obviously, if you work hard and you showcase your true talents in training, and that desire to work as hard as you can, then you're going to be selected and you're going to be in that side. You may not be the best talent or have the best attributes, but you will be selected. So yeah, good luck to Jesse, man.
Ronaldo's son doing it. He's got Ronaldo's
Yeah,
son doing it.
yeah. And obviously other sides that are taking place as well. Obviously Chelsea, Zenit, Inter, Real, Liverpool, AC Milan, and Man City, Leipzig.
Inter Real Madrid.
So
Inter
very
Milan.
good ties and hard, difficult draws for the British sides. The
Yeah,
English.
so Chelsea got, sorry again, one more time.
Chelsea's got Zenit and Petersburg.
So they're going to Russia. And then who's Man City got?
Leipzig.
Leipzig. Oh, okay. Man City have a slightly. Normally, it's Man City to have the easy ties. But yeah, they've got a bit one. But you should think Man City are going to do the job. Are they home?
Yeah, that the Etihad.
So you should think that Man City are going to do the job against Leipzig. And then who's Liverpool got?
AC Milan.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Who do have a very good strike power force, obviously with Ibrahimovic and Giroud as well. So that might be a very, very challenging test for the Liverpool centre backs in Matip and Van Dijk. So it's going to be.
I feel like the British teams the 4 British teams in the Champions League are all strong. So regardless of who they come up against, like I feel like it will always be a tough test for the other team anyway. So I feel like with all the British teams in it, they can all get a win against all the teams that you just mentioned. So yeah, Chelsea with Zenit, you guys with Young Boys definitely can win. And then yeah, I can see City beating Leipzig, and I can see Liverpool beating AC Milan. So yeah, I feel like because the Premier League, the top 4 are strong this year, so I can easily see the British teams walking over it. And in terms of the Inter Milan, Real Madrid, you said,
Yeah, what a tie!
That's a tasty tie. Yeah,
I think it took place last season as well.
Oh, did it? I can't really remember, but I can't remember how that went. But yeah, I mean, I think Real Madrid have got off to a great start this season as well. Bell's been playing well and stuff like that. So yeah, it will be an interesting tie. Don't know which way that will go because I don't know how Inter's been playing. But yeah.
Obviously, yeah, I'm happy to have the Champions League back, and good luck to all sides. It's just lifting the mood, and obviously everyone's looking forward to those European nights. And obviously, last but not least, the Europa League, which is obviously back on Thursday nights alongside the Conference League, and obviously you do have the likes of Rangers and Leicester City and West Ham and Tottenham Hotspur who are taking place in those competitions. So obviously, how do you see those ties playing out? Obviously, Rangers are facing Lyon, Leicester playing Napoli, Dinamo Zagreb are facing West Ham, and obviously Spurs are playing Rennes in the Conference League. So how do you see those sides playing out?
We're not even in Europe though. Leicester playing you Napoli.
Napoli, yeah.
Boy, that's going to be a tough one for them. They still have Mertens? They Napoli still have like Mertens and stuff.
Yeah, they still have the likes of Mertens and Koulibaly and
Insigne. That's going to be tough. That's going to be very tough for Leicester. They might not win that game.
Obviously, Rangers did have a very good campaign last season, but they've got a huge task in facing French giants Lyon.
Oh yeah, very tough as well for Rangers. I'm not. They had I remember they had a good campaign. Obviously, the way a bit with that racist stuff, but what do you call it? I don't know if they have the firepower to beat Lyon though, but we'll have to see. Yeah, it could go either way. Who's West Ham facing Dynamo?
Dynamo Zagreb, obviously, who you guys I think faced last season.
Is it? Oh, the team that knocked us out.
Yeah.
2-0 up. That's
so it is a very.
West
to
Ham
play
will
in,
probably West
yeah.
Ham will beat them. Like that was just a shock show. That game. I don't know what that was, but yeah, West Ham will probably actually beat them. Like the way David Moyes has got West Ham playing this, and the way Antonio's been playing, they're gonna relish Europa. It might affect them maybe later on into the season though, if they're still in it, which I
Yeah.
feel like they're gonna take it seriously. And when they're still in it, they're gonna feel it towards the end of the season, and that's a good thing because it takes one less team out. Oh, I think, but yeah. And in terms of us against Rennes, I'm not gonna lie to you here now. I don't really care about the Conference League. I really don't really care about what goes on. But what I care he does, yeah, what I care Nuno does for this game is we've got a big game coming up against Chelsea. This is our first game of the Conference League. Start the kids, start Scarlett and stuff like that. See what they can do against Rennes. Yeah, we might lose. Okay, cool. But I want us to have a fresh mindset, fresh players for that Chelsea game, because that Chelsea game now is big. I don't want us for them to just come roll us over and yeah, like lose. I want us to pick up our performance and try and get points back on the bank ASAP. Will be hard. So yeah, that's what I feel like.
Yeah, good luck to all sides. I mean, yeah, another Premier League round that's like coming up this weekend. Obviously, Chelsea, Tottenham, Man United, West Ham. So yeah, looking forward to all ties. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please do the usual. Please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share. Thank you to Jojo for obviously joining me today. And obviously, like I mentioned at the start of the show, these hoodies will be on sale, so you do have the opportunity to grab yours. Yeah, do get at me for more details. And yeah, we're gonna be putting out more info on our Instagram pages. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Like I said, please do the usual: like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share. We're out. Peace.
I'm wearing my jacket, but bullshit, I'm still too cold. Man, I fucked your bitch, she filled that from her head to toes. I need this guap.